You are listening to the Central Indiana Sports Report Scoreboard Show, podcast number 263.1. Our weekend update on what happened over the weekend in Central Indiana high school, college, and professional sports news, plus some major national sporting news as well.
You're listening to the Central Indiana Sports Report with your host, Greg Mengelt.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Whenever you've chosen to listen to the Central Indiana Sports Report, we thank you so much for spending part of your day with us. Today is May 12th, 2025. It's a Monday, so it's another day for the Central Indiana Sports Report. I'm your host, Greg Mengelt, and I love Central Indiana sports. Coming to you today from Madison Grant High School. Producer Susie is in the control room at headquarters in Jeffersonville. Coming up, we have all the high school, college, and professional sports results from over the weekend, including an incredible Pacers performance. But first, I'm going to ask you to please go to our YouTube page and subscribe. Just search Central Indiana Sports Report. It's very easy to find. Also, our NBA guy, John Robertson, our Pacers guy, Mike Rich, and our pro sports guy, Will Rutherford, broke down the Pacers' big 129-109 win over the Cleveland Cavaliers in Game 4 of their Eastern Conference semifinal series. And we were joined by Elwood Call leader and Tipton Tribune sports editor Michelle Garman. Please go check that one out. Your Indiana Pacers are shockingly on the verge of an Eastern Conference Finals after just completely dogpiling the top-seeded 64-win Cleveland Cavaliers in a 129-109 victory on Sunday. It wasn't that close. At the Fieldhouse in beautiful downtown Indianapolis. The Pacers now lead the Cavs 3-1 after Sunday's win, in which Indiana led 80-39 at halftime, in arguably the best half in Pacers history. In the first 24 minutes, Indiana made 30 of 50 baskets, 12 of its 18 three-point attempts, and had 25 assists on 30 baskets. They also held the Cavs to 8 of 32 shooting and forced 14 turnovers. Tyrese Halliburton finished with 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists, and gave his thoughts on his team's immaculate performance.
We just came out with good energy. I thought last game they set the tone from a physicality standpoint. That's been a talking point from them all series, and they set the tone. And today we came out, set the tone from the jump, and really just rode that wave. But I was really, really proud of our performance. I thought obviously the first half was pretty amazing, the shot making, and I thought we were really good on the defensive end. But there's still. We still got a lot of work to do, and just taking it a day at a time, we can feel good about this for the night and move on. But, we had a lot of different guys step up. Our bench was amazing. Obi, TJ, Shep, TB in his first half stint I thought was really good. So we had a lot of different guys chip in, and that's why you see such a balanced scoring effort from all of us.
Pascal Siakam was 9 for 10 from the field and led the Pacers with 21 points. Miles Turner went 4 for 4 from behind the three-point line and had his own mini run at the end of the first half that put the game away, essentially. He finished with 20 points, and Obi Toppin finished with 20 points off the Pacers bench. Despite being up 3-1, Indiana head coach Rick Carlisle insists the Cavs are still dangerous.
We haven't done anything yet. We're a pretty significant underdog in every game we've played in this series, and that will continue till the end. And we're going to keep approaching this like we have everything to prove.
Ben Matherin was ejected from the game for lightly tapping DeAndre Hunter in the chest, but Hunter was not ejected for pushing Matherin to the ground. We'll see what the NBA office has to say about that. Darius Garland led the Cavs with 21 points. Late Sunday, Mike Rich, John Robertson, Will Rutherford, Michelle Garman, and I reacted to the Pacers Game 4 win. That's podcast number 262.2, and it's easy to find on YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple, or Amazon. Game 5 is in Cleveland on Tuesday. That game's at 7 o'clock and can be seen on TNT or the Max app. The West top seed Oklahoma City tied its series with the Nuggets by winning 92-87 in Denver in Game 4 Sunday afternoon. the Thunder took back home court advantage heading into Tuesday's Game 5 in Oklahoma City. In the other West semifinal, the Timberwolves outscored the Warriors 33-24 in the fourth to take a 2-1 lead, and the two teams meet again Monday at 10 o'clock. Also in the East, the Celtics beat the Knicks 115-93 Saturday at Madison Square Garden. So every game so far in that series has been won by the visiting team. Reigning world champion Boston trails the Knicks 2-1 heading into Monday's Game 4 back at Madison Square Garden at 7:30. That one and the Warriors-Timberwolves games can both be seen on ESPN. Three-time reigning IndyCar champion Alex Palou won for the fourth time in 5 races this season with Saturday's Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course victory. It's Palou's third straight win on the IndyCar road course and his 15th career victory. Palou leads second place Kyle Kirkwood in the current standings by 98 points. Third place Christian Lundgaard is 98 points behind, and fourth place Pato O'Ward leads by 100.
I cannot describe the amazing season we had so far. I owe everything to the team, Chip Ganassi Racing, my teammates, and everybody that is working behind the scenes to make me look so fast on track. So, yeah, it's amazing. It's unbelievable. Hopefully we get to stay here again in a couple of weeks for the biggest race of the year.
O'Ward was second in Saturday's race. Will Power was third. Scott McLaughlin fourth, and Scott Dixon fifth. Graham Rahal led 49 of the first 57 laps and finished sixth. The first practice for the Indianapolis 500 begins Tuesday and runs through Fast Friday, with qualifying Saturday and Sunday. Joseph Newgarden is the two-time reigning Indy 500 champion. The Indiana Fever finished their preseason 3-0 by beating Atlanta 81-76 in Saturday's final regular season warm-up. Lexi Hull led the Fever with 14 points, and Caitlin Clark, who is playing less than 100%, finished with 13 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. The Fever kick off the WNBA regular season Saturday at the Fieldhouse against rival Chicago. The game is scheduled for 3 p.m. and can be seen on ABC, ESPN Plus, or Disney Plus. Carolina, Edmonton, and Dallas hold 2-1 conference semifinal leads in their series, and the Panthers and Leafs are tied at 2 games apiece after the reigning world champion Panthers beat Toronto 2-0 late Sunday. The Hurricanes look to go up 3-1 on top seed Washington in their series Monday at 7 o'clock, and Vegas looks to even its series with a win at Edmonton at 9:30 on Monday evening. Both games are on TNT and the Max app. The St. Louis Cardinals completed a sweep of the Nationals Sunday for their 8th straight win and are now just a game behind the Chicago Cubs at the top of the National League Central standings. The Cubs lost 2 of their 3 games this weekend in New York against the Mets. Defending champion Milwaukee is 3 games back, with the Reds 3.5 behind after dropping 2 out of 3 against the Astros. IU received an at-large berth to the NCAA softball tournament. The 33-18 Hoosiers will play 33-18 Oklahoma City in the opening round of the Fayetteville Regional in Arkansas at 4 p.m. Friday. Host 40-12 Arkansas and 34-22 St. Louis are the other teams in the double elimination regional. Purdue lost to Michigan 4-2 Friday in the Big Ten semifinals and saw its season come to an end at 30-23. The Wolverines then beat UCLA 2-0 to win the Big Ten Saturday in West Lafayette. Michigan will play in the Clemson Regional, and UCLA will host UCSB, Arizona State, and San Diego State in a regional. Ball State's season ended Friday with an 8-0 loss to eventual MAC champion Miami. Miami will play in the Tennessee Regional in Knoxville. Anderson lost 16-11 to eventual Heartland champion Manchester, then was eliminated by Transylvania with a 15-6 loss in the HCHC tournament in Kokomo Friday and Saturday. IU took 2 out of 3 at home against rival Purdue over the weekend. The Hoosiers won 8-0 Friday and 14-4 Sunday. The Boilermakers won 5-1 on Saturday. Corbin Dickerson went 7 for 14 with a double, 3 home runs, 3 runs scored, and 8 RBIs over the weekend, and fulfilled his Mother's Day request with a home run Sunday, his 19th of the season. Ball State won 2 out of 3 against Ohio in Athens over the weekend. Ohio won the opener 5-4 before the Cardinals won Game 2 10-5 Saturday and Game 3 6-3 Sunday. The Cardinals trail Kent State and Miami by a game in the MAC standings and host Miami Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Anderson finished 5th over the weekend at the Heartland Conference Men's Golf Championships at Forest Hills Country Club in Richmond. Rose Holman won the team title by 34 strokes over Transylvania, and Rose Holman's Owen King won the individual title at +8, 2 strokes better than teammate Austin Frick. Anderson was led by Luke Laborde at +20. We move to high school sports and start with track and field. Just want to let you know that we had full results for all of the local conference championships that we released earlier Monday morning with an interview with Scott Hunt, who covered the CIC meet for the Marion Chronicle Tribune. Mississinawa won its first ever boys CIC title, led by Kyler North's double championship and an heroic finish by the 1,600-meter relay team. Ellie Campbell won 4 events to lead Oak Hill to the girls' conference championship. Richmond's girls and Jeff's boys won North Central Conference team championships. There were a lot of local individual champions. Muncie Central's second-place boys had champions in LaDamian Brown in the 200 and Gregory Wright in the 110 hurdles. Third-place Kokomo had 5 champions with Cooper Cage, Omar Daniels, Derek Ross, Jeremiah Young, and Jedediah Beard. And Marion had a pair of boys individual winners in Elijah Magruder and Michael Harrington. And the Giants' 4x800-meter relay team featuring Magruder and Harrington was also victorious. Marion's girls had 3 champions, and they are all freshmen in Naomi Cox, Jamie Hardwick, and Naomi Hahn. Kokomo had a couple of hurdles champions in sophomores Jaslyn McKay and Gianna Thornton. And Muncie Central went 1-2 in the discus with Jaslyn Harvey and Jasmine Ray. West Lafayette swept the Hoosier Conference team titles. Locally, Olivia Schiefley, Nora Rieger, Waverly Wollifer, and Will Duncan won conference championships for Hamilton Heights. Western's Elise Walden won the shot put conference championship, and Tipton's Caleb Farr is the pole vault champion. Tri-Central had 3 double winners at the Hoosier Heritage event at Carroll. Augie Mueller won the 200 and 400. Tate Strebbins won the shot put and discus for the boys, and Lillian Stewart won the shot put and discus for the girls. Eastern's Ava Kantz won the 800 and 1600. Sheridan's Damon Winston won the 110 hurdles and the high jump. And Sheridan Senior Nova Cross was the MVP of the conference by winning the 100, the 200, the 400, and was part of the winning 4x400-meter relay team for the Blackhawks. Carroll won both the boys and girls team championships. Northwestern won their Three Rivers Conference debut Friday at Wabash. Zoe Schiffer won the 100 hurdles. Emma Baker won the pole vault. Then Schiffer and Baker combined with Lauren Fisher and Brielle LaForge to win the 4x100 relay. Northwestern's boys finished 6th. Manchester's boys edged Wabash for the team title. Yorktown swept the Delaware County track and field meets at Delta. Delta was runner-up in both, and Wapahani finished 3rd in both. The Tigers won 14 events on the day, 8 by the girls and 6 by the boys. Delta's Jillian Barr broke the county record in the 100 hurdles and in the long jump, as did the Eagles' Marcus Bright in the 110 hurdles. Preston McCorkill of Wapahani set a new county record in the 400 meters. To some softball results over the weekend, Oak Hill improved to 4-1 in the CIC with a 5-1 win over Blackford Friday. Carson Wiley threw a 5-hitter for the Golden Eagles. Oak Hill then beat Whitco 9-3 Saturday to improve to 12-4. Lexi Myers went 3 for 5 and scored twice. Mississinawa split a doubleheader at Homestead on Saturday. The Indians lost game 1 4-1 before beating the Spartans 11-8 in the nightcap. Amaya Parr-Inman had 3 RBIs in the win for 13 and for Mississinawa. Eastbrook beat Cass 15-2 Friday behind 3 RBIs from Kaylee Perry and a strong pitching performance from Delaney Elliott, who is now 5-3 on the season. Eastbrook is 12-7. Jay County won the Elwood Lady Panther Invitational by beating Marion 11-1 and Elwood 15-5 in the championship game Saturday. Elwood beat Eastern 9-5 in the semifinal behind Kelsey Arms' 3 for 4 performance. She had a double, a home run, and scored twice. On Friday, Elwood lost to Wabash 6-5. LaPel improved to 16-5 by beating Eastern Hancock 10-0 Friday. Paige Stiers drove in 3 runs, and Addison Bodenhorn tossed a 4-hit shutout. Tipton lost to Winnemac 7-2 and Kankakee Valley 2-0 Saturday in a split doubleheader. The Blue Devils are now 4-13. On Friday, Greenfield Central beat Delta 16-3. Josie White had a triple, a home run, and 5 RBIs. Kokomo topped Northwestern 6-4. Lanaya Buckner was 2 for 4 with a home run, 2 runs, and 2 RBIs. Wapahani blanked Randolph Southern 16-0 behind Zoe Koger's big game. She tossed a 2-hit shutout and had a home run and 4 RBIs. Rossville beat Twin Lakes 14-1. Maconaquah beat Delphi 6-5. It was North Miami 13, Southwood 0, and South Bend Riley beat Peru 18-3. On Saturday, Yorktown beat Westdale 12-0 and Delville 11-1 in a split doubleheader. New Powell beat Jennings County 14-1 and Columbus North 12-1 in a split doubleheader. Newcastle got past Franklin County 2-1, and Kokomo swept a split doubleheader to improve to 3-0 in the NCC. They beat Muncie Central 19-1 and Richmond 5-4. In the wins, Buckner hit her 6th home run of the season. She has hit 4 in her last 7 games. And Liberty Christian beat Traders Point 19-7. In the local baseball diamonds, LaPel beat Alexandria 10-2 Friday behind Camden Novak's 3 RBIs and Darrell Gustin's strong pitching performance. LaPel then beat Mississinawa 13-2 and Northfield 16-1 in a split doubleheader Saturday. The Bulldogs are now 19-1. Oak Hill won its 7th straight game with a 7-3 win over Marion Friday. Ryan Lawson drove in 4 for the 13-7 Golden Eagles. Frankton went 1-1 Saturday with a 9-5 loss to Fort Wayne Blackhawk and a 23-9 win over South Adams in a split doubleheader. Kane Oakley had 5 RBIs in the win for the 8-7 Eagles. Madison Grant fell to 12-8 with a 7-0 loss to Shenandoah on Friday. Shenandoah star Chase Ozenball threw a 3-hit shutout and is now 5-0 on the season with a 0.7 ERA. Eastbrook beat Cowan 9-8, and Tipton beat Eastbrook 13-7 in a split doubleheader at Eastbrook Saturday. Jack Roach homered and drove in 4 runs for Fort and 14 Tipton. Elwood lost 15-3 at Burris Friday and 21-7 at home to Whitco on Saturday and is now 2-19. Tri-Central fell to 3-9 with a 19-6 loss to Greenwood Christian Saturday. And Hamilton Heights lost its 3rd and 4th straight games, 6-2 at Shelbyville Friday and 12-4 at Hamilton Southeastern on Saturday. The Huskies are now 6-13. Pendleton Heights four-peated as Madison County golf champions by shooting a .303 Saturday at Alexandria. The Arabians defeated runner-up LaPel by 5 strokes for their 14th county championship. Anderson's Chris Greer shot a tournament record 70 and beat Pendleton's Hayden Fox by 4 strokes. Pendleton's Ryan Davis was 3rd with a 75. Frankton finished 3rd, Elwood was 4th, Anderson 5th, Madison Grant 6th, and Alexandria finished 7th. Huntington North shot a .308 to win the team title at Northfield's Cole Invitational at Honeywell. The Vikings beat Eastbrook by a stroke to take the team title. Eastbrook's Landon Tropf won the individual title with a playoff win over Northfield's Tyson Bear. Eastbrook's Aaron Folda was a shot behind the leaders. And Kokomo won the Tipton Howard Bi-County Golf Championship. And in tennis, Kokomo won the North Central Conference girls team title with wins over Muncie Central Anderson and Lafayette Jeff over the weekend. And now you know everything we know about Central Indiana sports. Thank you so much for listening. Always appreciate it. If you like what we do, please consider sharing these podcasts with your friends and family. We greatly appreciate it. Central Indiana Sports Report is a product of ITG Media. And I love Susie.